Welcome to this week's episode of Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show.
This week we're showing you what we did at Disney's D23 Expo.
Giving Indiana Jones fans a fun behind-the-scenes peek.
Meeting another new host.
And seeing a familiar face for the last time.
That's too sad for the intro.
I know, I'm sorry. Fix it.
Roll it!
Oh!
Welcome to the show this week. We're here at Fun Spot USA in Kissimmee, and I want you to meet Mike. Take it away, Mike. You know the drill.
Yeah, hi. What am I supposed to do right now?
Well,
don't know.
lately we've been having the new hosts share a little bit about themselves.
Oh, okay. My name is Mike. I love Orlando. I love to ride Soarin' at Epcot.
Very nice.
And then while at Epcot, since I'm there, I like to go to the countries and start at Mexico and kind of work my way around.
Drink your way around.
I stop
you
at a
mean?
stand every now and then and
Every now
grab
and
something, yeah, but it's a great time.
Of course, I can only imagine. So I assume you know all about D23 because, you know, if you're gonna have to stay up on all the latest in theme parks if you're doing this.
Yeah, it's D23. That is the official Disney fan community, and the D23 Expo just took place last week in California.
Very nicely done.
Boom.
Luckily, we were at the D23 Expo to interview a Disney Imagineer about the new Fantasyland. Check it out.
Yeah.
So the Fantasyland expansion is going to be double the size of what Fantasyland is today, so it's a really, really great new experience. You're going to be entering through the castle wall, which separates the castle court right now with the new Fantasyland forest, which is the overall theme for the space. In it, you're going to see the Belle and Beast area, where you go into Maurice's cottage, step through Magic Mirror into the Beast area, where then you get to actually interact with Belle and Lumiere in an interactive, fun, new meet and greet experience. Then there's the Be Our Guest restaurant, and in there's 3 separate rooms you can go into: the gallery, the ballroom, or the West Wing, where you get to have a really immersive, great food and dining experience. Then there is Gaston's Tavern, and in there it's kind of the manly area with antlers on the wall and wood and Gaston portrait on near the fireplace, and it's gonna be really great. It seats 90 people, and it's gonna be a really great snack area. On the other side, there's going to be the Little Mermaid attraction, which is very similar to the one that's at Disney's California Adventure, but we really themed out the outside so that it feels like you're really immersed into Ariel's grotto and to Eric's castle. That area is just going to be a walkway that actually you can kind of pass through. There might be some food carts or some light beverage offerings over there, so that as you're kind of going through, maybe going into the storybook area, you are refreshed and ready to go on some more attractions. Then you come around, and this is the Storybook Circus area, and in here you have a double Dumbo, so we tried to add new capacity to it, as well as add an interactive queue area where guests can go in, have fun, play, and then go on to the attraction when it's ready. And then there's going to be a Casey Jr. water play, and in there's going to be Casey Jr. station with monkeys that have kind of hijacked the train and are going to be spraying water out at the guests, and it's going to be really fun. So you can get as soaked as you want, or you can kind of sit on the side and get cool. So there is going to be the Barnstormer, which is themed to the Great Graffiti. So he is the daredevil of the group. So you're actually on a plane flying through, going through stunts just like he would. The last kind of attraction is going to be opening in late 2014 or 2014 is going to be the Seven Dwarf Mine Train, and that's going to be a family coaster that takes you through the countryside where the Seven Dwarfs live, as well as into the mine scene where they are hard away working, finding jewels. This behind me is a mock-up of what the ride vehicle could be, very, very early stages, but what we wanted to get in this mock-up was just sizing, but also how it rocks side to side. So this attraction, this is its unique quality about it, is that it's not just a roller coaster that's going straight on the track, but it actually swings side to side that you feel like you're in a bucket or something like that. We still have 2 years to go, so there's going to be a lot of design iteration and a lot of design development, but we're getting closer and closer every day to finding the perfect balance of swing and fun and comfort, because it is a family coaster, so we want to make sure that little kids as well as older people, as well as middle-aged, as well as anyone else can get on the attraction.
So many Disney fans grew up hearing all about Imagineers. It's super cool to see one of them in action.
Oh yeah, they were running rampant all over the D23 Expo, just like a plague of creative little locusts just all over the place.
You probably shouldn't call them locusts.
Oh, it was just a joke. You think they're gonna send somebody to break my kneecaps?
You probably shouldn't refer to them as gangsters either.
I do this thing when I'm nervous. Sometimes I just kind of put my foot in my mouth.
Clearly.
Sorry about that. Could you maybe help me out?
Sure, of
a little
course.
bit? It's my first day.
Jitters. No worries.
Sorry.
For the record, Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show, neither endorses nor supports claims that Imagineers are like locusts or old-timey gangsters. Better?
That was really good. I think you should just kind of do it from here. I'll just sit.
Okay, if you
Be
insist.
pretty.
The D23 Expo is sort of like Comic-Con for Disney geeks, and anyone who knows the convention scene, like myself, knows that the best part of those events is visiting the expo floor. Come on, Mike, why don't you give it another whirl?
All right. Our special California correspondent, Michelle Marino, and kid reporter Quinn visited exhibits, cosplayers, and more at the expo floor at D23. So here's your chance to do a little vicarious living.
See, look at that. Perfect delivery.
Yeah, but you wouldn't believe what I almost said. I almost was like, hey, Michelle.
Don't ruin it.
Sorry.
Gosh.
Hey everyone, I'm Michelle.
And I'm Quinn.
And we're here at D23 Expo 2011 in Anaheim, California. There's some really awesome things to check out, so come on, let's go see. There are tons of fans dressed up as their very favorite Disney characters. Like right over here, we've got Belle. Can you tell us your name?
Jessica Larson.
Hey Jessica, and why do you like dressing up as Belle?
Oh, Belle's one of my favorite characters. She's just a fun, nice character and gets to carry around a book to read when I've got nothing to do.
Sounds perfect for waiting in line. We're here at the Walt Disney Studios section of the expo, where you can check out lots of awesome things, some coming attractions of the new Muppet movie, and actual props from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchises. I wonder if Captain Jack Sparrow will be here. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow for all you theme park fans out there, and you can see some of the new things coming to Disney parks right here in the Carousel of Projects.
Now, we're hoping that we've distracted you with enough happy stuff that we can cushion the blow of this next announcement.
Yes, I have to tell you that I'll be stepping down from regular hosting duties for a while. I'm finishing my master's degree, and that takes a lot of time.
It does, but
yeah.
I don't think that it's sad at all. I mean, I feel bad for your fans and for all of us, but talk about a role model, going back to school. That's hard to do.
See, that's how I feel. And you never know when I might pop back into a segment or two if I find myself with some extra free time.
Well, I know it'll bum some people out, but I say hip hip hooray for Sam's education.
Who says hip hip hooray? Who says that?
Lots of people, like people in parties.
Yeah,
and
like parties in the 1800s maybe.
18th century dandies like to say that. But look, the point is, I am supporting you here. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's so
You're welcome.
sweet. And I hope you all continue to watch the show as we keep transitioning to the new host.
Like me.
It's not unusual for a weekly show like this that runs all year long to change it up every once in a while.
You're quite wise in the ways of showbiz, Sam. You're just wise in general.
I really am. I mean, grad student over
Smart
here.
lady. Smart lady on the heasy.
And speaking of behind-the-scenes showbiz stuff, last week marked the 22nd anniversary of the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
That's right, and the Disney Parks blog reporter Jennifer went backstage to shed a little light on how they make Indiana Jones magic every single day.
And I'm actually backstage here at the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular to give you a behind-the-scenes look at one of my favorite attractions. I even dressed the part. I'm here with Kevin, who plays Indiana Jones, and Mary Beth, who plays Marion in today's show. So guys, tell me, what's it like to play characters who are childhood heroes to so many people that show up every day?
Can I take it? Yes. As an actor, I cannot think of a better character, better scenario to be playing. There is no greater entrance for an actor in the world, and I have it.
And I get to play a really strong character, you know, something that gets to, she's a person of substance and she gets to stand up for herself and she can, she can take care of herself.
Okay, we're actually on stage. Kevin is going to walk us through the spike minefield.
Even though while I'm doing this and all the acting is going on, I'm actually listening to the music and I'm counting at the same time. So then when it comes up, it's up. And I move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And that's the one that I watch out.
So tell me, where are we in the show?
We are in the Cairo marketplace scene. We have everything from whipping, punching, falling, swinging.
And you have a big drop, I understand.
Yes, we do.
How
Yes, we do.
high is that drop?
It's actually 32 feet.
Does it take a lot to get used to falling that distance?
Absolutely.
You should have a natural fear of it every time that you do it, because if you don't, then you're too used to it and then you lose the respect for
Absolutely, and that's what keeps you safe. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, and is there a correct way to land?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yeah, do you want us to show you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
That would
Okay,
be great.
come on, let's go.
Oh,
Come on.
I meant her.
Oh, not you. Oh, you don't want to do it?
No.
Oh, you want us to do it?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
no problem. Come
Thank
on.
you. Okay, do it.
She's demanding. All right, come on, Arian. Jump. You want us to do it again? Because we hate doing it again.
Can we do it again?
Yeah, we can do it again.
We can do it again.
You don't want to try?
No, not to.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
We're good teachers.
As Marion in the show, you get to fight a lot of bad guys and throw a lot of punches. Can you show me how to throw a good, safe punch?
Oh, gosh, I thought you'd never ask. Okay, here we
On
go.
me?
Oh, yeah. Are you ready? I love beginners. Ready. Okay, so now you're going to stand right about here.
Okay.
You're going to aim to go right this way over his shoulder.
Okay.
That was good. Are you all right?
No, I'm good.
And we didn't even get to the truck flipping over, or the airplane fistfight, or the big fiery finale. If you haven't seen the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, you really need to come experience it for yourself. You know, our director is a gigantic Indiana Jones fan, because she's awesome like that.
Yeah.
I think she may have literally turned green with envy watching that.
I've never understood that phrase. I only turn green when I'm sick or when you make me angry.
That's gross.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Because you're like the Hulk?
I'm like the Hulk.
That's a funny reference.
Thank you. I made a Hulk reference.
You know, as part of your host training, I'm forcing you to come up with a better green analogy, though.
Okay, she might have turned green as Yoda.
Terrible,
I
my young Padawan.
I tried, I'm
Absolutely
sorry.
terrible. We'll stop while we're ahead and move on to my last ever Stars in the Park.
That is really pretty. I cannot sing that way. I can't do that.
Unfortunately, most people can't.
We
I'm
try.
super awesome. Supermodel Elle McPherson showed up at Universal Studios this week and encountered some of the mysterious guards at the Revenge of the Mummy ride.
Now, she was visiting the park with her family, but word on the street is that she was taking some much-needed time off from working on her new NBC show, Fashion Star.
Fashion Star. That sounds absolutely fabulous. And we've shared all the details we could about Halloween in Orlando this year, and now it's almost here. Yay!
Yes, love Halloween.
This month, Halloween Horror Nights finally begins, as well as Hallowscream and Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And we're going to be bringing you coverage from all three events.
That's right. And on September 9th and 10th, the annual Night of Joy concerts will take place at the Magic Kingdom. The event is a contemporary Christian music festival. Now, on those same dates, Universal is holding a similar event called Rock the Universe.
And this week we released a brand new app that allows you to purchase copies of the magazine, get ride wait times, watch the show, and more. The new Orlando Attractions Magazine app is available on the iPhone and the iPad. You can download it for free from the iTunes Store.
Another piece of sad information. Nick Hotel's Summer of Slime finally wrapped up with the official sliming of their 100,000th guest.
That's gooey. And it was just announced this week that the new Legoland Florida will provide a $5 round-trip shuttle to their park from the Orlando Premium Outlets off Vineland Road.
Now, while you process all that news,
Yeah, because that was a lot of dates you got to be dealing with.
watch Michelle and kid reporter Quinn as they interact with the great and powerful Destini.
Destini. He's sort of equal parts Pepe the Prawn and Zoltar from the movie Big, but he is absolutely amazing.
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 A coin, my friend, yes. Shiny, but a little chilly. Very good. What is your name?
Quinn.
More importantly, what is my name?
Destini.
Yes, it feels good to say it, doesn't it?
All right, everyone. Well, we're here with Josh from Imagineering, and he's going to talk about Destini.
That's right. Hi, Michelle. So we're here in the Destini booth at D23 2011 inside the Parks and Resorts Carousel of Projects. And so Destini is a demonstration of some new audio-animatronics technology that's coming out of our research and development group at Imagineering. And in this case, Destini here is interacting with guests and telling their fortune in a completely unscripted way totally interactively and completely on his own. There's no human behind the scenes, there's no puppeteer or performer. It's all Destini having one-on-one, one-on-two, one-on-three conversations with guests through sophisticated computers, sensors, and artificial intelligence.
Wow, that's incredible. So is this technology anywhere in the parks today?
That's a great question. You know, in the parks, we typically don't talk about the technology because we want our guests to just focus on great characters and great experiences. But D23 provides a really exciting opportunity to showcase and share this technology with our guests. So the answer to your question is, some of this technology is already in the parks today, and if we've done our job right, we don't know where, or the guests don't know quite where, and we're continuing to evolve the state of the art, make it more responsive, smarter, more interactive, more personable, so that we can use it in more of our stories and characters in the parks very soon, hopefully.
Wow, that's really exciting. So is Destini a character that we'll probably see in the parks one day?
That's a great question. You know, a lot of people here at D23 have been falling in love with Destini. It's hard to not fall in love with Destini. At this time, we're currently not planning to bring this show or this character any of our parks and attractions. Destini was created as a showcase and an experiment for some of this new technology. So only the future will tell, and only Destini knows the future.
That's awesome. Well, right over here, can you talk a little bit about this screen right over here?
Absolutely. Well, as I mentioned, you know, typically we don't get a chance to give our guests the behind-the-scenes look at the technology because we just want them to focus on the show. But here at D23 is a special treat to the folks that came here today. We've got sort of a behind-the-scenes look at this amazing software that our Imagineering R&D team wrote that makes Destini work. So basically the way Destini actually operates is he combines information from a number of different sensors, both visual and auditory, to get a view of his world, and then uses that to interact with guests in character. And that's really important, that he interacts in a way that's consistent with the character Destini we created. So if you follow me over here on the left, we've got sort of a top-down view of the booth, and he's actually tracking people in real time in space, and actually their velocities as well. So he knows when someone's actually walked up and stopped to talk to him versus just walking by. Down here we've got sort of a side view. He's actually looking at heights and trying to identify children versus adults. He also understands the idea of personal space, and people who are standing close together are probably a group, and he treats them as a group as opposed to as individuals. He's also looking at people using a vision system and actually looking at their face and detecting emotional response based on their facial expressions. So we've got values here like happy, sad, angry, surprised, impatient, and he uses that response just like a real actor would to gauge his audience and change his response to actually change what he says. And then over here, Destini's got a short-term memory. Just like any performer would remember the people that he just spoke to, Destini remembers the faces of the last few people he's spoken to. So if someone came up again, he would say, oh, I've seen you before, your fate's not going to change. So again, the goal is to make a computer system really come across as alive and believable and engaging just as much as any character in our park, because we really want that technology to fade away and our guests to just have an amazing experience.
And Destini certainly is amazing.
Now, look into the crystal ball and tell me, what color do you see?
Orange.
Excellent, that means it is working. Now, for you, my friend, I see something very good. I see that you are going to be very rich. Yes, very rich indeed. Yes. Now, let me see what your super rich face looks like. Give me a super rich face. Ooh, that is very rich. Oh, that's too rich. It's like a very rich dessert.
Oh, sorry. I was just taking a break for some ice cream. In August, we focused on giving you tips to beat the heat. Now, it is still very much the same temperature. It's still really hot. That's why I had my ice cream cone, which I rested on the building over there. But as we get into September, there's a couple things that change. First of all, our attendance at most of the theme parks begins to drop. It's what we call the off-season in Orlando. Now, it's not by a lot at first, but crowds do begin to thin out as most families go back to their regular fall schedules, kids are going back to school and finishing up their summer vacations. Now, if you don't have kids, that's cool. That's a good time to come down to Orlando. Or if you're a parent who doesn't mind letting your kids skip a few days of school, like my parents would do, which was awesomer than not having kids, because if they didn't have kids, they wouldn't have me, you can experience a lower key vacation by bringing them in the fall instead of the summer. Basically, off-season in Orlando usually means any time that most of the schools are in session. However, around holidays and 3-day weekends, attendance does begin to spike, just so you know. Off-season is not really an exact science. But if you're willing to change your schedule around a little bit, you'll definitely experience an Orlando vacation with smaller crowds, lower wait times for most of the rides in any of the theme parks.
Well, that's it for the show this week.
But there are tons of standalone videos on our YouTube page, straight from the convention, including the very cool Voices in the Parks presentation. That was our editor's favorite.
The voices of the Disney princesses singing together on stage.
Michelle and Quinn talking, that's right, you heard me right, talking and dancing with Mickey Mouse. And he talks back, but not in a bad way. He talks back like, not like, he doesn't give them sass, but he talks back to them, which is pretty amazing that Mickey Mouse is talking to them.
That's pretty awesome. And we also want to make a few quick fan shout-outs.
Yo, Dom, how are you doing there in the UK?
Thanks to Park Paradise for posting our show on their blog every week.
Big shout out to LY1712 watching all the way from Malaysia.
That's craziness. Thanks to Big Kel33, Trish, and the kids who watch every week from North Wales.
We love all our fans. It's just amazing that they watch from so far away all the time.
Yeah,
that's really incredible.
It's awesome. And you guys can keep up with the show. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/attractionsmagazine.
Watch the podcast version on iTunes.
You can follow us on Twitter at Attractions.
Like us, please like us on facebook.com/attractionsmagazine.
You can visit attractionsmagazine.com.
Watch us on Bright House, channel 300 in Central Florida.
And channel 340 in the Tampa area. And don't forget about our new iPhone app.
If you have all that memorized, and you find us on all of those avenues.
Yeah.
Now we'll see you next week. Much luck to Sam as she finishes her degree.
Thank you. And from all of us here at Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show,
have fun. Have a good time.
Secret blooper of the week.
I don't think I said anything
I'd be
particularly
like Harry
funny.
Potter.
I apologize. I didn't say anything. Did you hear me? I was saying hilarious stuff.
Nothing funny.
I feel like a baby bird. I'm on a bird's back.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm on a hippogriff.
Okay. How'd we do?
You're lucky I didn't throw up and vomit.
Oh, that would have been. I would have blocked it. I have a blocker. I would have blocked it.